See how I fell back. Well, if you knew it all, Mr. B, well, I finally got around to doing this. Had a chat with Vladimir Chupin. All sorts. This went on for a long time, so I've had to spend a little bit of time sort of editing it. It just went on and on. I didn't record for that many hours, but I think the total length of time I was on was for about 6 hours. We're talking about all sorts of things and that, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all Band-Maid. We're all, and that sort of thing. But yeah, it was really good. But I finally got around to sorting it out. It did take me a little bit of time, but and of course with everything else coming up and all the rest of it, and things going wrong with me setup and everything else, it was just a bit of time. But anyway, enough for me rabbiting on here. Let's get on with the chat. So over to the chat we go.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, that's it. Recording in progress.
But
yeah, no, this is great. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but obviously, and things today, I've put nothing up to date. Well, because I interviewed 362 yesterday before my computer completely gave up.
I'm not really. I should confess that I'm not really watching. Do you hear me well? Should I?
Yeah. I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I have the whole huge list to watch these interviews. Like you have this with ex-Japan, and then
Wave.
What was it? With Wave?
I've got the second one with Wave. I've just got to sort it out.
Because I remember the one before. I don't remember if I watched it. I watched some which was like a really long time ago. Now I have to watch that long interview with Dichotic, Wave and Dichotic, which is like 3 hours or something, which is very, very good. Actually, I watched like 1 hour of it already. It's very nice. So,
yeah, and this last one I've just done was so much fun. It was just hilarious because just the way it is. But I mean, this is about you and Band-Maid. This is what this is about. And that's why I called you Father Band-Maid. The word has been spread.
So strange.
Well, no, because of what you've done. How long have you been supporting them for?
Well, I found them in 2018, like early October, I think. So, so I had actually time, like about 1 month, to listen to the whole discography before I went to the concert. Because I like found them. I remember I was sitting in a business trip somewhere in Kazakhstan, there was some late night or something, so I was listening to some things on YouTube, and then YouTube kept offering me that white thumbnail of Thrill for months. I think like for pretty long time, because I remember, YouTube can be quite annoying with these offers. So sometimes you see a certain thumbnail forever, So you look at it and think, why would it think I would like it? And I was listening to it. I was listening to a lot of Japanese music at the time, but I was actually quite upset about it. Like I was watching animes, and then there's a lot of great openings and endings to animes. So that's how I discovered most of the music. But you know what? Japanese music scene was like very terrible. Now it's different actually. But then there were all bands, who were really great, but not like bands, but rather like projects,
Yeah.
So they like gather some wonderful musicians for this anime. They create this wonderful song, like a couple of songs, and then you try to search more to find more of it. Like, I really like it, I want more. And they like, the band disappeared, or it was like just one-time project or something, and you can't really find anyone. And then it changed actually a lot since 2000 probably. Yeah, when Band-Maid was created. So it was like this time when some bands have started to appear. Like constant projects, like people staying together for long.
Yeah. I mean, when you said about YouTube, I've just got a list of comments that go back 11 months. It's just suddenly appeared.
What do you mean? Only?
Yeah, like people comment, don't? Yeah. Right. So I go there to, I like to reply to them all.
Now the list of your comments on your channel.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden the list keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. It goes right back to 11 months ago.
So that's when you created your channel. As far as I remember, your channel is relatively new, yeah?
No, I've been going about getting on towards 18 months now. And I just thought it was funny. I thought, what's all this lot doing here? No wonder people, send me. So now I've got a whole new list of links that people have sent me going back 11 months. And they'll be going, well, he took his time with that one.
Do you keep track? Do you have any system of keeping track of those suggestions? Like people obviously suggest you. You're very open reactor. So I see that somebody says in the comment, please react to this. And you said, add it to the list. Like I will do it. And then I see that you actually reacting to it like in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Usually most of reactors don't do it because they would just drown, They would get like thousands of suggestions.
Yeah, well, I've got a list and I put them on the list. Some I don't do. If they're too old, I won't do them. And then, if I see them, I'm thinking, if it's something I haven't done or about a new band, I'm on it because I'm always for new stuff as well. And that's why I keep going. That's why I've got 1,590 odd reactions up.
Wow. Yeah, you're prolific reactor, extremely prolific.
I was. Nothing's gone up today. Well, sorry, the interview's going up at the moment, they've done. But that went on for it's nearly an hour long, that is, but that was fun. But that's it. That's all I've done because of the computer problem. I've got to build a new computer. But I thought, didn't want to do it. But then I realised that the other one was 9 years old. But it was still fast.
Yeah, they didn't change so much. Yeah, they just get wear and tear. Yeah, as usual. Yeah. So
now the USB ports that are going on it, and of course I got all sorts plugged into the USB ports, and things started going wrong. But this one is faster by a lot because when I just did the rendering of the thing, it is a lot quicker. But then again, it's more of a
it's actually. I have this laptop on which I am right now. Yeah, it's actually a very advanced one, but the camera it's actually a cheap one of the very advanced ones. So it has like 2 hard drives, and separate video card and something like that. But the video camera is really so bad. But there we are.
Well, I'm on a cam, but at the moment I've got to sort of set up that. But every time I go on Zoom, it doesn't like me. It changes colour. Sometimes I'm orange. I'm a bit green today. But it's all to do with lighting. My lighting's bad. That's the next thing I must do. Okay, I can sort it out when I'm doing my reactions, but I've got no control over this. And what Zoom give you, it's like, But yeah, it's all good. And I mean, it's like with Band-Maid, you see, Thrill was the one that got me into them because I saw the comments, they're not playing their instruments. I thought, well, it's funny that the fingers are going in the right place for the notes that's being played. So that got me intrigued, and that was it. I just started, and that was it then.
So I don't remember. Yeah, I think, well, I don't remember how you discovered them actually. It was funny when Alan from Dicodic asked Wave what's his favorite reaction video, and he said the first one by the Champ of Medium, where he saw Band-Maid for the first time, and I was like, wow, because I really love the Champ of Medium. So I went back there, found that video, and watched it, and it was really interesting. Really. Yeah, we all love these things. When some great person discovers Band-Maid for the first time, it's like he was like, "Today I will do on my channel what I have never done." So, what is this band? I saw maybe it's a gimmick. They just bunch of cute girls dressed as maids. And he was like, I listened to Dreamcatcher. So he's like, here's Dreamcatcher. So this is a gimmick. They don't play the instruments, but I love them. So let's see. And then he goes into, what was that one? It was very, what have people suggested? Something, Domination MV. So it was not even live, but Domination of actually, I love it so much. I mean, like design-wise, it's really great. All these old, like post-revolutionary Russian images, all this stuff, And he was like, that's such funny.
They are something special, but. It's like he was on about doing reacting to people doing Band-Maid covers. So yeah. I've sent him a list because
actually a lot of covers, a lot of great covers. Actually,
I thought I got over 100 like reactions to Band-Maid, and and the covers. It's not. It's over 200. I've got over 200. I've gone crazy there with that, but I don't mind. I checked because I've got a playlist for them, obviously, and I went and checked it. I thought 210. I thought I didn't realise I got that many, but because I'm do so many a day, I tend to forget what I've done.
Yeah, they were laughing at Wave about this. Like, what was it? Alan says, "Have you heard?" Not Sayana Kidario, the Japanese band, with a similar name. What is this? A girl, a boy, like 3-piece. Yeah, what's this? Yeah, I forgot. Okay, they ask you like, "Have you heard this?" And Wave are like, "No." And then someone in the chat says, "Wave, you've reacted to it. Here is the link." He's like, that one.
Yeah, I've done that. I've reacted to a band twice and actually put them up the same song twice. I mean, but it's all good stuff because I mean, Wave's got a live stream tonight.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to be there. So this, we won't go on for hours.
No, we still have. Okay, let me check because I opened this. Where is he? Because I noticed, in order to catch with this, I have to keep it open, and then it starts playing. As soon as it's up, it starts playing, and I hear it. Otherwise, I completely forget about it often. So yeah, 5 hours. So we still have 5 hours to talk.
No, I've got to eat. And but it's quite funny. I mean, it's like here. This will make you laugh, right? I build a new computer, plug it in, starts up, screen's blank, right? It basically says it's not functioning with the screen, so it obviously probably needs a firmware update or something. And I'm thinking, no. So what I did, I've got another monitor, HDMI, same thing, plugs it in, works. And of course, then when you do all the, you put your drivers updates in, then of course it all works. Because I was up till 4 o'clock. No, it was gone 4 o'clock this morning when I went to bed. Because
I had a difficulty. Akana was complaining about this. Like somebody said, "What's your goal for the year, for the next year?" And she said, "To go to bed before 1 o'clock." She was like, "I have the same goal: to go to bed each day before 1 o'clock."
Yeah, same here, really. But this is what happens, you see, because if you like, it depends on what the day is and everything else, and to doing reactions. Because I mean, one day I did 11 in a day, because that then gives me like 3 days off, if you like.
How do you feel after 11 reactions a day? Like, are you dizzy?
Well, I've done about 4, and I'm thinking I need a coffee. Right.
And that's it? Just the coffee?
And then that didn't happen. Then I seen I'd done 11. I thought, I'm going to have my coffee. It depends how I feel. It's, you know, like, I mean, at the moment, mine's, I've just finished mine. Well, like at the moment, the last few days, I've been a bit down. You know, I get like this every so often. I mean, when I say I get down, I get really, really down, you know. Been like it all my life, and I just have to deal with it. So then when you come to do a reaction, it's like you're not really in the mood for it. You know, you're not, your mind's not right. But what I did, but I was feeling that. But I'll tell you what, that interview I've just done, that's just lifted me straight out of how I was. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm still around to see Band-Maid. They are like a breath of fresh air. It's just what we needed. It's just what we needed. And I hope soon they can get back out on tour.
I was actually, you know what we discussed the other day on Facebook, like why they were talking about it? Like, are they going to marry and what will happen if they marry? Something like that. Like if they have children and stuff. So I was actually thinking about it. I mean, of course, we all understand that it's like, normal course of life for people, you know, to have a family and have children and stuff. But of course, it interferes with the career, right? So you cannot dedicate all your energy anymore to what
I'm just going to say, member filler.
Well, for me, it's actually proof that it's true, because Murata Tamu's son, she was so much different before. She was like really full of energy. And now she's, I know she's not drumming the same way as she was drumming before. Well, I really liked her before. Like she was really, well, she was not such like crazily creative, but she was very good. Like there are these videos there about Inspion, I think it was, that like she didn't play in any permanent band. She was was a session musician more or less, but she did some very nice stuff.
Yeah, because then you see there's Miyako now. She's got one on the way. Well, I knew that. Do you know when that other lady went round to interview her, you know, a new studio? I thought she's wearing a long thing. I thought she's looking a bit. She's either putting weight on or she's getting pregnant now, you know. But I thought, no, if I say something, I'll get attacked from all sides. So I thought I'll zip it. I won't say anything. But yeah, so
you know, children take so much of energy. Of course, we all know it, and look how what people amazed about Band-Maid is that they're so goofy, you know, full of like brimming with energy. It's just not possible for parents. Your thoughts are elsewhere. Your thoughts are all on children, on family, on other concerns which you have. Like a huge part of your brain just goes elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but obviously they haven't thought about families or anything because they've been concentrating on what they're doing. Because I mean, they're all sort of reaching 30 now, aren't they?
Yeah. I think Psyche is the youngest, but maybe she will turn. I think. Well, we don't know exactly. I keep forgetting actually. I know that Akane was born 92. So she, in 4 days, she turns, 90, yeah. So she turns 31, right? Miku, we also don't know about Miku, but she's probably of the same age.
Yeah, Yeah, I did know that because it's on the 14th. Akane.
Yeah, Akane is December.
I got that mixed up
14th.
for the 4th, so I'd actually done a reaction for it already. Then I sort of checked and thought, oh, well, it's done. I've done it.
Have you seen this recent self-cover of Akane for Honkai on Band-Maid Prime?
No.
It's so funny. There is one thing where what's that psyche screaming? You will forget about me someday. Remember? It's like all the music stops and you will forget about me someday. And then Akane is not drumming, right? And she's doing some really, I can show it to you.
This is what a fun band. They're just fun load of people, you know. And this is great. I mean, like you say, I mean, you know, everybody's going to be concerned about that, like, you know, with having families and things. You know, but I mean, I don't think any of them are wearing rings, are they? Wedding rings or anything. So, you know, we don't know what will be, will be.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I mean, we can only pray for what we would like to see in this life. But I mean, I only pray that they at least release like a couple of more albums, maybe, before they all go into family life.
I think they will. I think they want to get back out on tour as well. You know, that's the general sense I get from them. Mr. Green here. There we go. I'll keep my hands like that. We'll be all right. But yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? That they all. Well, we don't know, do we? This is it. That I mean, yes, we know the lovely people know about them, but private lives are private. We see how they are together, and
Japanese people are like that. Yeah, they don't like to reveal much about their personal life.
That's fine. That's
fine.
It's
a bit strange, actually. I was actually thinking about it, like, you know, Japanese people are. It's the land of the polite people, right? So I remember somebody said, like, when I'm in Japan, I know that I'm in the country with 132 million of polite people. Yeah. So, but then you have this very strange thing, like all these stalkers, you know, and people who really chase after the celebrities. And well, they themselves said it's like the balance. So they try to hold it all within them, but then it breaks out sometimes. So some people go really crazy.
Yeah.
Because they hold it within so tightly. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's on my list.
But there are so many crazy people. Like, remember that shooting in the States with what was that girl from the Voice program? What was her name? I keep forgetting her name. And some crazy guy who believed that he must marry her, and then he saw her photo with her boyfriend, and then he traveled to the concert and just shoot her during the.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of it now. I know you mean, but I'm rubbish at names. But yes, there's some crazy people about. You know, they really are.
But there is nothing really you can do about it. I mean, like it's like this discussion about, you know, terrorists, like soft targets, as they call it, soft targets. So, okay, you can like really, okay, you can search people at least at the entrance to the facility. Yeah? Just don't allow them to bring in any guns. If the guy has a knife, of course, he's still dangerous, but like 10 times less dangerous than with a gun, right?
Yeah.
So at least this can be done, but I mean, anyway, you can't really prevent such things from happening.
Whatever. But Japan is on my list. Hopefully to get there before I croak it, you know.
You know that I traveled to Japan, with Yuki.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen those videos. I published them on my reaction channel. We did like analysis video after each concert. So we attended two of them. And I also have, I talked about Asterism. So I went also to see Asterism in Fukuoka. It was quite unexpected because they announced it a couple of days before that. So I couldn't really exchange my ticket already. But when I was in Tokyo and my plane was late, so I bought a ticket further to Fukuoka. I missed that flight. Then I exchanged my ticket. Then the plane was delayed like 2 hours. So I was sitting there waiting for it. And the concert was already starting in that Hard Rock Cafe. I was like, argh! But I missed the first hour and like 15 minutes because they had like 2 sessions. But I saw them. Haruka wears my Ozzy Osbourne scarf. I gave her Ozzy Osbourne scarf. It was just on the spur of a moment because I was wearing it and it was pretty cold already there. It was January. And it was a pretty good one. I bought it. I saw Ozzy Osbourne in Moscow in St. Petersburg on the same 2018. Yeah. And so I bought a scarf. If I would knew, I would buy 2.
Yeah.
But then I thought I wanted to really give her something. And I remember that she said, I love Ozzy Osbourne. So I was like, please accept. I asked her, was Ozzy Osbourne here in Japan? And there was a guy, I don't know who is the manager or her father or whoever, some older guy. And he spoke excellent English. And I asked, was Ozzy Osbourne touring in Japan? He said no. So he didn't go there. It was what was called it No More Tours tour. So it was probably his last one.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah.
And she wears this scarf now. I saw it's getting cold in Japan, so I said, it's so nice, to know
it is not.
Yeah,
you see, it's like with me reacting to the bands and then talking to them. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Fantastic, absolutely. Like Wave when Yoyoka came to his garage.
Ooh.
I imagine that probably his just mind has exploded.
Oh. Like I said, when I was playing the drums there with it, I said, he looked like a child that's just had his first bag of sweets, and it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. I mean, what lovely people they are. Yeah. Well, again, so's Wave. So, he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. And that's why I will be there tonight on the live stream, and that's why I support him as well, because he's a great guy, and that's why I react to what he does.
Yeah,
because he's great. Okay, he breaks things right down, which I'm more just if something sounds right, I'm not bothered about. It's like me, I don't read music, I'm self-taught, and like I said, it's just I know if I played the wrong note, and I just create sounds and whatever, if you like, and that's how my intro started. They want to put on. I got the bass guitar, started playing that. So I'd recorded that, and that was it. The rest just happened. And there's going to be a new intro soon when I get around to doing it, wearing the maid outfit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I thought I paid for the damn thing. It's just going to be hanging there, so I might as well just do it, And so, then the joke was that actually came from Germany. It arrived a day later in this country. Then it took 3 days in this country to get to me. So it just shows you how efficient we are here. Not. I keep really changing colour, don't I? Like this.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me a while ago who I worked with, he was like grade whatever in piano, but and he could teach people, he was really high up. And he says to me, can you do me a piece on the piano? I said, well, I can do it. I'll do it on MIDI, put all the notes and printed it off. It's all dots and squiggles to me. I went, there you go. And he says, this is really good. He said, apart from you've gone to, if you like, with the left hand too, but I said, you've got to have some bass in it, haven't you? And then he says to me, one note's wrong. So I says, well, does it sound wrong? He says, well, no. So I said, well, how come it's wrong? I says, because the way you've been taught music, that note shouldn't go in there, although it doesn't sound wrong.
Who was it? Who was that reactor? Not the champ of medium. I think that Chase Carnison, maybe. He was speaking at length about it, like how Konami composes music. Like, and champ of medium actually also spoke about it. She does it wrong way. So, but it's actually what people are talking about. Like, okay, in the West, how it happened in 60s or 70s, yeah? There was a clear distinction between like classical music and the modern bands.
Yeah.
So the modern bands were mostly like very ignorant, untaught, but they were creating something really great, wonderful, like Beatles, you know, and whatnot. Yeah, all these people. And so people were like making distinction. They say, yeah, if you were taught as a musician, you become like sterile. They basically shave off all creativity out of your mind. So they teach you, you should play this, this, and that. And then you like become like a zombie, a robot, you know.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like people like myself, we'll just create stuff, whereas somebody that can play, you know, they don't do it. They just don't do it, and it's so structured in such a way. There's no real feeling in it.
Yeah. For me, music is a language, you know.
Yeah.
You say what you want to say. Yeah. And then the beauty of what you said depends on you as a person, you know, because some people speak something good, some people just don't speak well, or they just don't have any good thoughts in their brain, right? So, and I mean, what I wanted to say is that with the advent of these Japanese bands, like Band-Maid in particular, or like Asterism, these two things have joined together. So they both creative, and they studied in schools, in music schools. So they managed to stay creative despite of them being knowledgeable about music. Yeah. And that actually brings them to another level, right? Because of course they get profit from both worlds, right? So they profit from their inner world and profit from the outside world, which brings them the musical theory. So
well, the way I look at it with me is, okay, because I can't read music, but I'm always learning. I'm experimenting, I'm always learning, and to me, that's what keeps the enjoyment there, if you like. And I mean, like the new intro, I have sort of started doing that, the music side of it. It's just getting back in that bloody maid's outfit again. Piece of string on the back to pull the zip up.
Yes. I tried to remember who was also. We discussed it. I said, I remember it was old Mr. B who was demonstrated this suit, and there was this wonderful appliance to help you.
Well, because when you get old, you can't sort of really move so well. So
you have to train yourself. It's getting more and more difficult here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Shoulders back, you know. What is it? I've got arthritis in my neck down across here anyway. So like when the weather changes, my neck sounds like it's on a ratchet. You know, it's click, 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 click. And you can hear it crunching.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been today because of what I was doing yesterday, you know, crawling around all over the place, building stuff up. And then you get up in the morning, it's like, oh dear, it's going to be a bad day. So I do exercises to try and free it off because it traps a nerve. It traps a nerve in it. It makes me feel dizzy, you know. And I don't want everything to be going around. You know, that's no good. You know, at my age, you can't keep up with it. So I you know, you do so to try and free it off.
Actually, I noticed. Remember how Konami was during one of the first online accouches? She was just okay. She put off her guitar, and then she was just going like this all around. So she was like a child. Yeah, that's what children do. So they waving their hands, just to release the tension. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like that. Okay, airhead. She's like a child. Yeah. If you feel like releasing your tension, you don't pretend that you're a serious grown-up person. You just go wave your hands and release the tension.
That's it. Just get rid of it. Yeah. Oh no. And I mean, Konami, when she speaks, she's got such a voice, hasn't she? She sounds so sweet, doesn't you? Know what I mean?
Have you seen that recording from Hamburg, where Imagine Night Time from Hamburg, where Miko is like, she always tries to involve the other mates, but in Japan they actually do it, so she involves them easily. But in Europe they didn't want to do it because they couldn't speak really well. Yeah. So Miko was actually speaking pretty good English. I mean, much better than half a year before, actually. So I saw them in Amsterdam in November 2018, and this was June, right? Only half a year passed. So, and then she ran with the mic to Psyche. So Psyche was standing there, yeah, and Miko ran to her, like trying to stick the mic in your mouth, and Psyche just ran away and hid behind Konami. So she just ran away and hid behind Konami. And Konami couldn't run away because she was with her guitar, at her pedal board, so she was doing something. And then Miko stuck the mic in your mouth and say something. Yeah. And then Konami was like, Kobato. She was speaking with a very funny voice, like Kobato. And the crowd was so hyped, just Kobato, Katahaba, Katahaba. And then it turned out that this Katahaba was like that internal joke in Band-Maid, that white shoulders.
Yeah, think about it.
Because wide shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, because think about there was something and then Psyche sort of went, agree with her, but it wasn't necessarily good.
It was really they're really sometimes very rude with Miko. They play these jokes, especially Konami with this pokey stick, which it was Misa Nozu Horo. So she stuck it in Misa nose and then fed it to Miko. But that's why Miko is my role model, really, because the way she resolves these things, that's how I wish I would be, When somebody plays such a joke at you, and you have to understand that they still love you, That's like this eternal religious commandment, love other people. And then some people say, how can I love them? They are so awful. But in reality, sometimes, very often, they're not awful. They just, they're like Konami, airhead. It seems that she's playing very rude joke on you, but in reality, she's still loving you,
Yeah. Because this is it. I mean, people say, you get funny, oh, they're laughing at me. No, they're not. They're laughing with you. There's a big difference. I mean, it's like me. I do silly things. I don't care if people laugh at me. It doesn't bother me.
But the way how it is done, like the actual process, that's why I say Miko is a role model. What do you do actually when this happens? Because it's like unconscious reaction. Maybe it comes from your childhood, like how you reacted in your childhood, and then you were carrying it on into adulthood, and that's what I'm learning from her. Accept it. So when somebody does it, say yes. Don't play offended. Yeah. No. Say yes. Support the joke, and turn it into something nice.
Yeah. Well, with me, I think Miku is a very, very, very clever person.
Extremely, yeah.
Because just the way she was in a maid calf, she wanted to be a rock star, let's say. She couldn't play the guitar, but she's learned the guitar. And if you see what she's playing now, she's a pretty good guitarist.
Sure, yeah.
And she's achieved a dream, but it's the way she's done it and the people she's got with her that make the fantastic band up. So she must have known when she sort of, I don't know, interviewed them, whatever, and she knew what she was looking for. And they've all got it. They all contribute and they all get on so well. That is the main thing. They all get on. And then she doesn't mess about. Oh, she goes to a Connie. Oh, you can be captain because you're the oldest. You know what I mean? She's not, it's not all about her. I know she does a lot of the talking for the band, but because she could sell sand to the Arabs. You know, she's that good. And
we call it sell snow to the Eskimos.
Yeah, she's that good of a person. I mean, she's great. I mean, even if I can't understand her, I still think she's great and funny. You know what she's doing, and she really gets people, the crowd involved and everything. And you know, she's playing a major part in getting them where they are. And it just annoys me when people say about her guitaring. Well, you can go and forget it.
No, I mean, yeah, actually, I realized how good she's at the guitar after I watched my own recordings at Amsterdam. Because I was on Misa's side, yeah, but Miku was actually more in the center because Misa was like right here. And the rest of the band was there, so I was turning my phone from here to there, from here to there, and Miku was always there in the frame, right? And then I heard her very well because her amp, her cabinet was right there, next to me. And Kanami was very low in the mix, the way she loves it, actually. So Kanami loves to be low in the mix. But I heard so clearly, like you see Miku playing, and you hear her playing, and she's so good, you know. She's not like a genius instrumentalist, yeah, like say Kanami, yeah, or like Misa, yeah, or like Akane, yeah. You see that they really live with the instrument, but she's a very good musician. She's got that musical brain. That's why she's such a good at backing vocals, at second vocals. It's not even like back vocals, right?
Yeah.
And she can compose on the spot. I know such people. I've seen such people. They're extremely rare. Actually, like Robert Plant, for instance. Yeah. Robert Plant also was not playing anything, but he could just sing so easily. He was always in tune, never going wrong, composing something on the spot. You know, just singing. You know, moving like
we're all waiting for the day that actually Miku does a bit of a lead break, you know, because she's the rhythm guitarist, if you like. So very rare you'll see her play lead bits, but she is getting little bits in here and there now, you know, with it. You know, I mean, she's doing them sliding bits in. She's starting, and I'm sure Konami will say, "Can you play that?" And she'll go, "Yeah, I can." Right, you've got it.
There was this intro to play at Line Cube Shibuya, which everybody noticed, where she was doing sort of, people call it battle. I don't like call it battle. It was like a conversation, yes, so like exchange of parts with another instrument. So Misa was and Misa so she was like she was doing what Kanami was doing before. So it was not overly complicated, but I mean, it requires you to be a musical genius to play it. You may be good with technical things, but you're very good at thinking musically, you know. That's what she is. I remember actually realized that there was this very short video about her sitting at the drums somewhere, and she was just sitting there, Heya Todoramu Tokobato. So she was just singing, like nightingale on a bough, sort of. She just singing something which comes to her mind.
Yeah.
Room and drums and kobato.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is what makes them unique, I think, because of how they all are, compared to a lot of bands. You see, normally, if you like, the one that does, I'm referring to probably, let's say, male bands over here. It's always the singer that does all the talking, like the front man, but not with Band-Maid. Psyche. I think Psyche would do more if she knew more English. I think she would speak more.
She's actually starting. I sent you that file with.
I know. I've just seen.
Room and drums and kobato.
Anyway, you know what? I'm starving. We've been on what, 2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours already.
But
remember when we had the first chat? How long?
8 hours.
7 hours, yeah. 8 hours.
8 hours, yeah. But
remember, we had this historical one with X, with Wave, with who else came there? Like all these legendary people. You probably have this recording still.
No, I don't.
They were gone like after 1 hour, but then we continued.
I can't remember Axe being there and Wave.
X and Wave.
But there you go.
It was Listen Together party for Band-Maid online QG, which I have downloaded and I sent it to Wave. So Wave was playing it on his side. Because I wanted him. He was a brand new Band-Maid fan at the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's all right. I do remember that.
He was playing it on his side. Yeah.
I'm losing it. I'm just losing it. Look.
It was a long time ago. I remember because I was an organizer. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I mean, what I will do, I'm going to end the recording. I'm just going to stop the recording. Here we go. There you go. There's the chat. Very interesting. But I call him Father Band-Maid because his knowledge of Band-Maid and some of the videos stuff he's recorded when he's seen them live, and he's put it up. It's all good stuff. So anyway, there you go. And I just like to say thank you to everybody, and thank you to Vladimir for doing it. Thank you so much. And of course, please, stay safe. And this old fella will be back. Bye for now.